If
What do you
they would
think?
just try to look consumer
Oh,
Very nice. It's very cool, Bateman, but that's nothing.
In the backdrop of EVGA dropping that
That
Nvidia.
is really nice. What do you think? Nice. Jesus. For how a nitwit like you get so tasteful. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh heck yeah, I've got some brand new GPUs in the
Impressive. Very nice.
Let's see Griffin's video.
Like, I had people going like, you're encouraging Nvidia to constantly raise the price. Good, I f***ing hope they double it next year. Get a f***ing job and get off of YouTube. It's literally f***ing $1,500, man. That is not a life-changing sum for any human being on this planet. Shut the f*** up, Leafy.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yes! Yes indeed, Harvey, and I don't think there's a better prime example of that than Griffin Gaming. A cautionary tale about how salt may one day consume you. So I highly suggest you put it down. Click off this video. If you really care about your brain and don't want to form a hole in it, I suggest you don't snort this fresh line of salt I just put right in front of you. If you notice, there's a little bit of feathers in it.
my God, there's feathers hanging out of it. That's made out of an old blue jay.
That's because today's salt is Griffin salt. Okay, look at it this way. You're gonna be quitting after this, so you may as well quit with a bang, right?
Well, either way, I'm gonna get high.
If the Griffin salt doesn't kill me, his fan base will. Those are some insanely loyal viewers. Something I wish I had. Unfortunately, what I'm about to do is for your own good, Griffin. I'm doing this out of love, not hate, which is unfortunately something your audience can't perceive because they don't have a sense of humor. It would be a disservice to the community and to the salt game if I didn't respond to Griffin's comments. Well, exactly what comments are you talking about, Frit? Oh, come on, please don't tell me you skipped the intro. I put a lot of editing into that, alright? That took a long time. Go watch the intro. I'm talking about Griffin's absolute fanboyism over Nvidia and the Mount Everest-sized pile of salt that was produced in less than 24 hours when he realized the internet thought his take was shit. So strap tight because you're gonna be convulsing like a mofo from the salt overdose you are about to receive.
Just hook it to my vein.
If you're heavy into drinking, I suggest you take a break. You're gonna need some spare liver because the RTX 4000 series is right around the corner. Not that anyone's PC here can actually handle these goddamn things, unless you're willing to cop for a $400 PSU right now, just so you can run these brand new cards without burning down your house. My god, at this rate, they're gonna require you to have a permit just to use an RTX 4000 card. Yeah, well, look at the bright side, Frit. At least DLSS 3.0 is also right around the corner. With new cards comes new features that are awesome, right, Frit?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, it would be pretty awesome if Nvidia didn't lock that shit behind just the RTX 4000 cards. Another bullshit move made by good old Jensen.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what we got here is the world's largest
Scam.
It is yet again Nvidia trying to get people away from their older generation cards that still run games just about as good as the new generation does. DLSS 3 is a very good selling point for lower end cards. You know, GPUs that could use that sort of boost. But no, obviously Nvidia doesn't want to give new life to their older cards. They want you to give them $900 for an RTX 4080 that only has 12 gigs of VRAM. And its selling point is DLSS 3, which makes no goddamn sense because you usually expect the high-end cards to not require a feature like that most of the time. But this is Nvidia's way of masking an underperforming card. Let's face it. Oh, but don't worry, it gets better. If you want the 16 gig model of the 4080, that'll be $1,200.
We fuck you up, man. We takes the money.
And if you want the 4090, that'll be $1,600.
Kill me, please. I want to die.
Do you remember when Nvidia's flagship GPUs used to hover around $600? I do. Those were good old times. Back when GPU generations actually meant something. Back when you got more bang for your buck. Now you get incremental changes with locked features and a higher price tag. It is indefensible. Let's face it. At these prices, with this direction, can you really blame EVGA for dipping out on Nvidia? Easily the most underwhelming and overpriced presentation Nvidia has ever given given us. But there's nothing we can do about it because Jensen himself said high GPU prices are here to stay. Well, if that's the case, Jensen, my RTX 3080 is here to stay in my PC. Probably for the next 7 to 8 years. And I know how much you hate that, Jensen. You hate people not moving on to your next iteration. But you have to give people an incentive to do that. Or you could be like Griffin Gaming and have no incentive whatsoever other than to brag about your expenses. Which is the type of consumer Jensen absolutely loves. Rich, white, pudgy, conservative kids with a lot of money and very little understanding of GPUs.
What's up, gamers? Hang on to your wallet. Does it irritate anyone else that the first thing anyone ever does when we get new GPUs or like any new piece of technology is complain about the price? Like, my dude, there are previous gen models you can scoop up for the cheap if price is that big an issue. Also, probably gonna cop a 4090.
Your boots, sir.
I don't understand how it's possible to get this upset over some advice about saving money. Griffin took that shit so personal, while having absolutely no clue as to why everybody's upset about the price of these cards. If he had actually bothered to watch that J2 Cents video, he would see why the price is unjustified. But instead, he's sitting there like a consumer, just willing to fork over the cash without questioning the price.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next products.
I'm sorry, Griffin, not everybody out there has a fat wallet like you do. $900 to $1,500 isn't cash someone's simply going to hand over without thoroughly investigating what they're going to purchase. At the very least, you should have done yourself the service of doing that before criticizing others for recommending they save their money. Now, obviously, at some point, Griffin probably realized this post was retarded, so he deleted it and proceeded to act like it never existed, which would have been a good move, but unfortunately Griffin's ego simply wouldn't allow that, because he then proceeded to live stream, and in that stream he gave one of the saltiest rants about his critics and what they thought about his purchasing decisions. At first, when I saw this video, I thought, Jesus Christ, there's no way I can actually respond to it. But then I quickly realized, wait, I don't have to respond to it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have Griffin Gaming from 2021 respond to it instead, because for some reason Griffin last year was a lot more wise and a lot less cringe. So with that being said, Griffin, the floor is yours. Take it away.
What's up, my fellow gamers? Today we're going to be taking a look at a video that I really don't feel like needs much of an introduction because, you know, if you heard the beginning clip at the beginning of this video, I think you kind of know where this is going. We are going to be taking a look at a YouTube video from someone by the name of Griffin Gaming, who uploaded an absolutely fantastic video that is titled "Broke Ass Gamers Should Get a Job and Get Off of YouTube." I have no sympathy for you. And basically what this video boils down to is this dude thinks that if you are poor, then you have absolutely no right to play video games and you are holding back the video game industry by being poor. Like, this dude is on some next level gatekeeping to the point where he's saying if you are not spending as much money as me every single year on video games, then you should find a different job. Like, you literally cannot make this shit up. So I think without further ado, let's go ahead and play this shit. You know, extra emphasis on the shit today because, you know, that's exactly what this video is. I just, like, I don't know, man. I don't need to hear the perspective of a bunch of brokies who can't even buy it anyway. Dude, I wonder why saying that poor people should get a job and get off of YouTube didn't really go over well. Like, is this really a mystery to you? I don't know, man. I just hate people like that. So much. Get a job and get off of YouTube. Holy Oh my god, we didn't see that one coming, you know. It seems to be a pretty big trend on the internet when someone of this particular mental fortitude puts out one of the hottest takes on the internet and then decides, you know what, I'm kind of getting shit for this, so instead of like rethinking my stance on it, I'm gonna double and triple down and make another YouTube video telling poor people that they should get a job and get off of YouTube. Like, fuck off. Like, I had people going like, you're encouraging Nvidia to constantly raise the price. Good, I fucking hope they double it next year, you sick piece of shit. Jesus Christ, that's fucking cringe. Because Nvidia literally doubled the price overnight for no fucking reason other than they wanted more money out of people. I mean, the simple fact that you don't see that as a problem because, you know, you want to quote-unquote own the poor people is really fucking pathetic. You know, that's some major big dick energy if I've ever seen it. And that's the scary thing is, too, we're not even talking about a lot of money. It's literally fucking $1,500, man. That is not a life-changing sum for any human being on this planet. That seems like a pretty big assumption on your part. Like, people are acting like this is the price of a fucking car. No, it's like $1,000, bro. If you sell your existing GPU and buy it, you're probably gonna spend $1,000. Which this is the top of the line card. Less than 1% of the market is probably gonna buy it. It's just so f***ing annoying. That's right, guys. You're not a real gamer unless you just blindly hand money to your favorite GPU manufacturer. You heard it here first. Yeah, like, the thing is like, less than probably 5% of the entire PC market would even consider buying a 4090. But yet everyone's outraged over the price of something they're never gonna f***ing buy. I don't get it. It's not like this is a f***ing console or some bullshit, where it's like literally marketed towards people who don't have a lot of money to spend on gaming hardware. Like, that's the whole point of a console, or like lower end GPUs, or the previous generation GPUs. Like, of course, if you buy the top of the line, brand new, most powerful graphics card on the market, you're gonna pay a lot of money for it. Duh shit. I don't know, man. It's just obnoxious. Yeah, dude, we get it. You're dunking on poor people for having less money than you. We f***ing get the point. I don't know if it's just me, but this dude comes off as really f***ing insecure about money. It's like literally, bro, I don't know. It's like that Kanye lyric, bro. I'm done taking advice from people less successful than me. That's some f***ing straight facts. What a f***ing flex, dude. Bunch of brokies are telling me that I'm ruining the f***ing GPU market. Eat a f***ing cock. Holy f***, dude.
You have to use so many cuss words. What the f*** are you talking about?
We get it, dude. You don't like poor people. I mean, what you're describing that you do is just blindly consume. You don't care how much something costs. You know, you're going to prove to everyone that you have money by just paying for shit, rather than, you know, actually looking for value in something, or putting your foot down when a company does something that you don't like, you know, doubling the price of something overnight for no f***ing reason whatsoever, other than to just milk as much money as humanly possible from their customers. I mean, to be honest, dude, like, take it for what it's worth. Your mentality is everything wrong with the video game industry.
He's kinda gay.
Bro, you can say that shit again. You know, for the life of me, I hope I never come back to this YouTube channel. This video was such f***ing dog shit.
You see that, Alex? Do you see why your salt simply doesn't compare? Do you now know your place? Yeah? Good. Honestly, Griffin, what happened to you? That was just a year ago. At this point, we may as well call you Grifter Gaming. This isn't funny! What the hell happened to the Griffin that used to roast corporations instead of sucking off their dick? What does Nvidia do that's so special that you're okay with them raising their prices, or hell, even doubling it? One of the most retarded takes I've ever heard from you. Well, no, I take it back. I think it was the $1,500 isn't life-changing comment. A comment like that just proves that too much Call of Duty can rot the brain. Hell, Griffin, even $1,000 is life-changing. Do you know what I did with $1,000 once? I bought a car, a shitty Chevy Avio Standard, which was a life-changing experience because I could start driving to work. Griffin has no understanding of what it's like to live in poverty. His privileged, pampered lifestyle is so blatantly obvious. He doesn't even try to hide it because he can't, because he legitimately doesn't know what it's like to have no money and luxuries, which wasn't even a problem I had with him until he started putting down people with less money than him, and then proceeding to tell them to get off YouTube and get a job.
Your revolution is over, Mr. Lebowski. Condolences. The bum's lost. My advice to you is to do what your parents did. Get a job, sir. The bums will always lose. Do you hear me, Lebowski?
His own viewers. People giving him some basic ass criticism, mind you. If you really believe the only people being critical of your purchasing decision are poor people, Griffin, then let me give you a reality check. I can afford these cards just as well as you can, and yet I'm still being very critical of the price. Would you look at that? Just because I have the financial means of being able to obtain these cards doesn't mean I'm okay with the price set. What sort of logic is that? I still hold a grudge with Nvidia for what I've paid for the 3080 to this day. I'm not over it, and I don't think I'm ever going to get over it.
I'm in debt up to my eyeballs.
You see, Griffin, not everybody who's pissed off is poor. We're pissed off because we're looking at the cards, we're looking at the price, and we know it's a ripoff. You say you don't want the opinions of broke people, but sadly I'm not one of them, and I'm giving you my opinion. There's absolutely no reason to get a 4000 series card when the 3000 series cards are doing the job just perfectly fine. Do you see the 3090 in your PC no longer being good enough now that the 4090 is out? Do you not think about why you are buying these things? Now obviously it's a bad take, but not enough to permanently tarnish the image Griffin built of himself. I mean, that was until he decided to not only double down, but triple down.
What's up, brokies? Guess views are dropping after the Ackman drama wore off. I'm intrigued how this is gonna play out. LMAO.
You sure you're not mad?
No, I'm not mad.
Jesus Christ, Griffin, at this point you cannot deny you're salty. Mischief's video on you doesn't even exist yet and you're already having a meltdown. The fact that your butt hurt before you even heard a single thing is hilarious. Are you really about to let this 16-year-old get the best of you? Well, I mean, to be fair, with a take as bad as yours, even Quantum TV could get the best of you. But apparently that's not all. It seems Griffin found out I'm doing a video on him too. And this was his reaction to hearing the news about it.
Oh, let's go. PG Wavy with the 2 for Tang has been tweeting about you all day.
Oh shit, that's me?
Bro, for months, that dude has been in my DMs begging me to, like, collab or come on stream with them or play games with them.
He's a monster.
Excuse me? For months? Are you really trying to make me seem desperate, Griffin? You really think I was desperate for your attention? Well, look, here's the screenshot of our DMs. I only ever asked you to play Halo once, and it was this month. At the beginning, because I was excited, because co-op campaign was dropping, and I thought it'd be real cool to play that with some other YouTuber friends. But instead you ghosted me, which is fine. I didn't take it personal, but don't be lying to people, making it seem like I was desperate for your goddamn attention. All I wanted to do was play games with you. I wasn't asking to collab, and I wasn't asking to stream with you either. The fact that this is your reaction to just some criticism from me on Twitter has me questioning every single video of yours now. Are you this dishonest about people?
You know, it's just, I don't know, I don't fucking care at the end of the day, but it's just very convenient. And that's the reason why I've never bothered to make friends with YouTubers, because nobody fucking cares about each other.
You finished? I mean, there's so much self-pity.
Oh, boo-hoo, poor Griffin. He gets invited to play games by people.
Like, yeah, dude, when I was playing the fucking Halo campaign, this dude sending me fucking Discord DMs asking me to play co-op with him. So, it's just... it's very ironic.
Again, I only asked you once. Why do you continue to insist that I was begging and spamming you?
They wait for the, like, first opportunity. And then they're like, oh my god, let's do this.
And exactly what is it that you do, Griffin? You don't jump on any sort of hot take when you see the opportunity? You don't make videos on Review Tech USA or Dreamcast Guy when the opportunity presents itself? Are you really bitching about people doing this to you now?
Well, the thing is, I really don't care.
I don't believe you.
Like, you know, make your fucking video, get your ad revenue, but don't be mad when I clap back.
That was scary.
How are you going to clap back exactly? Griffin, I had you respond to yourself. You literally cannot disagree with it and rip it apart or debunk it. It's you, yourself, that I used to make the points. You don't have the care in the world to put together a video with that sort of editing, let's face it. I was originally gonna take it pretty easy on you, but after watching this clip, thanks to the Corporate Slave Awards Twitter account, I now know how much of a little bitch you actually are. Making up shit about me on the spot because you got nothing. But trust me, Griffin, in a few months from now, you're gonna look back and be thankful it was us who responded to you. Because there is love on these Twitter streets. It's just tough love. Anyways, Griffin decided to stream one more time, and in that stream he easily could have taken the L and apologized for having such bad takes. But instead, this is where he decided to triple down and try to bullshit his way out of the situation.
That is so easy to refute. Like, literally, he goes like, oh, you're poor shaming people. Yeah, you're fucking right. I am poor shaming the poor pieces of shit that literally sit there all day worrying about how other people spend their money instead of worrying about their own fucking lives. I feel bad for them. I don't give a fuck, dude. If people literally want to get pissed off that I spend my money, then I don't know what to tell them. Like, you want me to actually... like, what else am I supposed to say to that? Like, if I'm not allowed to make fun of some dude who's sitting there pocket watching me, acting like I'm ruining PC gaming because I bought a GPU they couldn't afford, like, how else am I supposed to respond to that other than to just laugh at them?
You know, Griffin, now that I think about it, you are the type that is ruining PC gaming. Not questioning the products Nvidia puts out, and more than happy to pay them an increase in price. Oh yeah, let's also not forget, you always buy the most expensive version of Call of Duty on PC. You disgust me. Practices that are indeed a plague to PC gaming, no doubt. You see, now it all makes sense why you deleted that J2Sense post. Because J2Sense is certainly not poor. He very well can get any single card he wants on the market. He doesn't even have to pay for it. And he's one of the people telling you to hold onto your wallet. So clearly it wasn't just people who can't afford this that you were upset at. You just got butthurt that somebody would suggest you not buy that card for the ethics of it. You also cannot be having mental breakdowns like this when you are also just as vocal about other people's purchasing decisions as well. At the very least, when you're critical of those people, they don't call you broke.
So return it to full with the 5. I thought there was supposed to be a video calling you out today. Whatever happened to it? I have no idea, bro. I really don't care. It's gonna be a boring ass video, I have a feeling. Like, I don't know, everybody who watched the stream last night, was it really that crazy of a take to say, like, bro, the people who are sitting there upset that I can afford a GPU they can't are pathetic? I don't know if that's like a controversial take these days. Like, am I supposed to feel bad that I can afford something I want to buy with my own money?
Yeah, no, it wasn't that take, Griffin. It was the, $1,500 isn't a lot of money. It's not life-changing. I think that's the comment that really stood out the most. Because believe me, the poor shaming isn't even close to the worst take you had that night.
Here we go. I said, for real though, I'm curious with what I said. Or wait, for real though, what was the issue with what I said? I'm genuinely curious. This is me and Mischief talking, by the way. He says, the angle it comes across is corporate dick riding to the max. Stuff like saying double the price and acting like we shouldn't draw the line when it comes to how much things cost as consumers. So yeah, nobody's ever heard of hyperbole before, right?
I'm sorry, Griffin, but when you say literally every 5 seconds, you cannot call it hyperbole. If it was really a hyperbolic statement, you would stop saying literally. We all know you meant it. We all know you were salty. Your tantrum, your rant, all of it gives away the fact that you meant every word. I get it, you were frustrated. You don't like people being critical of your purchasing decisions. Understandable. But the way you decided to respond to this is the exact same way I expect a PlayStation fanboy to respond to criticism of Sony.
Let's keep going. Also, the brokey stuff just gives cringe out of touch frat boy energy. That was kind of the whole point. Nah, that was a jab at the pocket watchers in particular, like I just explained. Obviously, they shouldn't double the price. The whole part that whole part was about a very specific group of people that claimed me buying a 3090 was going to damage the GPU market.
Griffin, did you not realize in your DMs with Mischief, you just admitted to him that you agree they shouldn't have raised the price? So then what's the problem with what people are telling you? You also are in agreement that the price hike shouldn't have happened, and yet you're standing by Nvidia and going against the gamers? If the whole purpose was to expose Mischief, congratulations, you failed. You're only exposing yourself.
Which is true. Then he replies and says, it absolutely does to an extent. Tells Nvidia there's people willing to put down such ridiculous amounts of money on a product. Alright, and this is where I clap back. I say, if I see a value, what's the problem? I use my 3090 for more than the gaming functionality since it's a workstation card and not just a gaming card. It replaced the Titan line for that reason.
Oh, come on, Griffin, who are you trying to convince? Why do you need a 4090 for what you do? You don't do any goddamn editing. You don't do 3D rendering. You don't make animations. You don't use Blender. You buy it just because it's top of the line, even though it's mostly intended for workloads. A standard 4080 is more than enough for your basic ass editing and gaming sessions.
And this is where it gets even better, bro. This is where the whole thing falls apart and why I'm looking forward to responding to this video. Because this is absolutely retarded. He literally admits, I see the value as well. So the dude calling me out for saying that I don't care how expensive the 4090 or 3090 is, literally admits that he thinks the value's there as well, that the price is justified.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Are you serious, Griffin? Aren't you a college boy? Aren't you educated? Come on, Griffin! Just because Mischief agrees that he sees the value in these cards does not mean he has to agree in the price. Those are two separate things. I seriously can't believe you think you got a dunk on him. You really think this is clapping back? The price set by the vendor and your own personal value are two separate things. We all agree that graphics cards are valuable items. They do a lot. Does that mean we think they should be $1,600? No. Jesus Christ, Griffin, I'm quite disappointed in you. This video isn't being made out of hate. I'm not looking to go to war with you or be your enemy. I'm just pointing out what you're doing wrong before you continue to worsen it. Trust me, Griffin, the last thing I want to see is you become a channel that's mainly used to harvest salt. You're better than this. You can easily bounce back from a take like this if you play it right. Because trust me, it really stings watching you get clapped by this 16-year-old and your own community. For the love of God, do not allow this to be the beginning of your downfall. Anyways, I can tell you're all starting to vomit from the overdose, so I'm gonna ask you politely yet firmly to leave. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you so choose to. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.
Fritongo sucks ass.